All right, we're live. Man, we're live. Let's see what we got out there. Please come true. Gonna bring my microphone over. Almost forgot the Mikey. I would have been talking. Y'all wouldn't have been able to hear me. All right, the chat is there. Let me let the Discord know that we are live and we could talk some more about this stuff. What up, Honduran? What's going on, man? You're out here. Alex, I see you, man. Jamil. I should probably move this over here. Hopefully it doesn't jam up. There we go. Hopefully that's better. What up, Jamil the King? Dom, Z34, Matt Abbott in the building. Hoax, what up, man? Rashad, what up, Rashad? I wish post fade was more consistent online. Man, what more do you want from the post fade? Those post fades be so OP. What up, Big Drew? What's good, All City? I saw you standing in the rec lobby in your mascot on Tuesday. Nice. Yeah, we recorded. That's what we play in the majority of the time. Play in the rec center. No lie, I just dropped 4 for 4 from 3, 40-point game in 2 quarters. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty commonplace. Yeah. I'm averaging 20 something points per game. But yeah, 30, 40-point game. It's fairly easy after the update. City, I'm done with 2K. I'm playing Spider-Man. I hear that. I'm playing what did I just Cyberpunk, the Phantom Liberty joint. What up, Fat Karma? Yo, City, you need a big, any required size or tendencies. Big pause. There's a family channel. I do not need a big or need to describe the size or tendency of that big. This is a family channel. Hey, we are always looking for center builds. It's really no size. It's really more about your strength. You need to have that brick wall, a decent, maybe gold at the least, or 90 strength. But outside of that, it's really just the IQ thing. That's all this is. Yeah, Phantom Liberty is pretty dope. Boxing, I'm doing good, man. I'm hitting 84%, contest 83. They changed today. Kevin Smith, what up, man? What do you rate 2K24 right now so far? All right. The way it stands right now, that was Kevin Smith said, what do you rate 2K24 right now? I feel like we're almost there. There's still a certain amount of inconsistencies that I'm not happy with. The 2 or 3 days right after the update, I thought it was perfection. And it's crazy because I didn't have the skill. At that time, I was like in this fast-paced learning curve for running point guard. And at that time, I was at the very beginning stage where right now when I get on the game, I'm pretty comfortable with a lot of dribble moves that allow me to get open. So right now when I get on the game, I'm able to create an open shot fairly easy. I'll put it like that. Fairly easy, especially against the competition in the rec. What up, Coach C? TR guy, what's goody? So the inconsistencies that I'm seeing is that these openings, I'm killing the defense, I'm killing the defenders for the most part that are in front of me, but the shot doesn't go down the same way. Now I can still lean. I got a ton of passing IQ, so I still lean on my passing IQ and running sets and things like that. But when I'm thinking of the strategy in 2K, I'm thinking, all right, if I hit the first few shots, then I got the defense attention, right? And when you get, as a point guard, when you get the defense attention, they start breaking down all over the place because they're so worried about the point guard shooting. And when those shots don't hit, it leads to a little bit more frustration. So right now, if I was to rate it, I'd say we're at like a 6.5 or 7 right now. That's been my experience. If I was to rate it, it's 6.5, 7. And it could jump to 8 or 9 if the consistency just maintains through and through. If I get the same open shot that I'm shooting in repetition, which I'll show you guys right now. This is what's going on. If you guys haven't seen updates of my gameplay, shooting there's some real kills out there. You could tell that the practice has paid off. Picking my spots and getting these open shots, and they knock down good, but then every now and then you get these inconsistencies, and it's just it sours the experience. I could say the first day of 2K24 was perfect until they updated. Facts. 2K24 is like 3 out of 10 is what the homie said. I'm shooting 50% from 3 with my PG heavy offensive point, and I shoot with meter. Nice. I went from 22% up to 58%, the one position, staying right around 60 now. Like, nice. I'm pulling up on 50 right now, and I had to work my way back up from the season 2 update, which plummeted my joint. I think it was a little under 30, or right around the 30% range. So I worked that back up fairly quick, which I thought was dope. But yeah, you can see that the skill is there. The potential is there. Even like that misdirection right there. What I don't know. I forgot what they call that. But getting the crab comes so easy, as you guys are seeing, and the shots are green. But every so often I'll get a kill like that, and it won't even, like, the timing will be completely different. So that's what kind of sours the experience for me. Maz and Zen's got on my nerves. I don't see, maybe if you're a PC player, Jeff Thomas. Need 3 for rec, center, lock, PG. All right. Yeah, I love what updates are annoying. Yeah, big facts. The updates, I can't front. They are annoying. I don't blame you for feeling that way too. We got a little hot fix the other day, and that's the day that shooting started feeling weird. It was like 2 days ago, a day or two ago, something like that. Huge news today. We're going to be recording the 2K crossover report. The homie Brutal Sim, Jay Easy, myself. But we got a special guest for this week's episode. We record on Fridays. What up, Agent Q? What up, Morris? Happy holidays. Happy Friday. Do you feel that playing at 99 has thwarted your enjoyment of the game? Not necessarily. I have different goals. So, like, because this point guard position takes so much to learn, that's where I'm stuck on. So I wouldn't even, like, I didn't even need to go to 99. But no, I haven't felt like 99 has dwarfed my enjoyment of the game. Because I'm actually trying to get better, being more elite type of point guard. Yeah, the chat timing just kind of feels off. Yeah, if you guys are looking for players to run, yeah, just check our Discord. What's up with the jump ball city? Well, what up, Malik? I spoke to the homie J-Risk Twin. He's a next maker. He has connections with the devs, and he made them aware. So the devs are completely aware of what's going on with the jump ball animations. The camera zooms out to the stands. And it's been about 2 weeks now or something like that, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And it was about 2 weeks ago that I got on a call with J-Risk Twin, and he said, yeah, I told them. They said they're going to fix it in the next update. But still, we've had an update. We've had hot fixes, and we still got the same jump ball in the stands. It makes the games... to me, it makes the game look so goofy. It is obviously broken. There's something wrong with it, and it just seems lazy not to fix something like that. Ronnie, what up, Ronnie? This last update feel like when it first came out to me. I'm shorting 54% from 3 with the 83 ball. Nice. Yeah, spot up shooters, you guys don't have no problems out there. And it makes my job as a point guard real easy right now. That I'm able to dot the open man and he's able to knock it down. He said dribbling and passing also feels weird. I haven't noticed anything wrong with dribbling or passing. Neither one of them. I feel good out there when I get out on the court. We'll probably be live streaming gameplay this weekend. It depends on how the weekend turns out. I had every intention of making that happen today. I wanted to talk about how I get open as well. I wanted to kind of get into how I get open. That's why I want to do a live stream to kind of break this down and help some centers out there who may have the potential, but they just don't understand the point guard dribble moves. So if you're playing with a center, so buzz this, yeah. It's facts. VC glitches get instantly patched. I hope it's going well for you, man. Thank you, Malik. Appreciate you, man. Happy holidays. If you're a center and you don't understand the dribble animations for a point guard, And I've been through this process because it was me running the center position when Tron was running the one. So I remember in 2K24, he had a whole new set of dribble moves. So I had to figure out the proper space to set the screen. For instance, when we're coming down the court on a full court, I go for a crab right here almost every time. Krabby Patty. No, that's not it. That's a deep shot. And that's another option what I just did there because he was playing the crab. And here we go, crab right here. Pop. So what's happening is that a lot of centers are still holding the screen and killing my crab animation. I'm crabbing right into the center. That center should be, I'm using Steph Curry base. That center should be dipping. Yeah, I feel the shot contest system is still kind of broken too. Yesterday I was on the court and I killed this man, left him to the side of me. He's about 2 feet over to the side of me. No hands up. He literally just knew he got killed. So he stood there. He didn't even bother. I was killing the crab the whole game. So as soon as I caught him with the crab, he kind of just stood there like, oh, he got me. And they gave him a 36% contest, and our whole team was shocked. Like, what in the world? The man didn't try to even attempt to contest you. He was a good 2 feet away from you, and they gave him a 36% contest as if 2K expected him to be there. So weird. So FOC, what up, man? We spoke 2 weeks back about contacting Tron for me on some possible tutelage. I did speak to Tron. I let him know. Don't give him no calls. I think that's probably what's rubbing him the wrong way. I let him know, and I told him if he's interested to hit you back. He said you called him like 5 times, something like that. So you might just want to send him a message and let him contact you back. But he is aware. Tron is aware. You're welcome to hit him up in Discord again. What base are you using? I'm using Steph Curry. I appreciate you, FOC. If I hear anything else from Tron, I'll ask him again today. If I hear anything else and you come back to the live stream, I'll let you know, bro. Emphasis that the center or the power forward should be setting screens and not the 2 or the 3. Oh my God. ICJ, I feel your pain. Just for you saying that, I know it's mind numbing. Other dude, guitar, what up? Zidan Dada in the building. But listen, if you are not a point guard, I'm 6'4", by the way. He said that was my son. All right. He said that was my son. All right, I'll let Tron know. I'll let Tron know because he said he got like 5 calls for you, but I let him know that it wasn't you. Like, we wasn't sure if you was a stalker or something. I said, what? The homie called you 4 times? Yeah, he said he called me 3 times back to back. I said, oh crap. I probably wouldn't contact you back either. But yeah, I'll let him know. What was I gonna mention? Oh yeah, if you are not a center, do not set no screens, please. And I don't have that issue because the people we run with all have aptitude. But man, the people we're playing against with, the people that we're playing against in the rec, nightmares. You got every single player setting a screen, and it's obvious. In case you guys don't know, please don't be that guy. Let me go into full screen, man. Please don't be that guy. We know you're setting a screen just so he's the person who has the ball. You're forcing him to have to pass it to you because they set a screen and try to roll out. But meanwhile, they set the screen so that 2 defenders could play the ball handler. Don't be that guy. It's not a good look. The best thing you could do for a ball handler is give him space, man. And I know it's tough when you're out there running with randoms or you're out there running with folks who maybe don't have an idea on how to play 2K and how important space is. I get that. But that's why we have our Discord, man. Stop running with them randoms. Expand and increase your experience, enhance your experience on 2K if you start running with folks that have some good aptitude. We're around 90%. We're on like a 90 win percentage. We play the game every day. So we have a winning formula. And we're facing off against guys who go out there with just an absolutely losing formula. It's just a L the second you get on the court. And I'm not trying to be arrogant here. There's really just a lack of understanding of what's optimal, the optimal way to play 2K. So I'm not trying to be arrogant. I mean to say, I'll give you a perfect example. I'll give you guys a perfect example, yeah. Yesterday, we played a team, and we're going back to back. These guys were mid-range animals, and we're exchanging points every single possession. They did really good at the mid range. The problem was we ended up winning by, I'll just give you this first. We ended up winning by a good 30 or 40 points, something like that. The thing is that as the score was tallying up, so maybe the first quarter we're up by 10, because they were solely focused on twos, whether that be a mid-range or a drive. And they had some pretty creative ways to get a two-pointer. A lot of mid-ranges, a lot of teardrops, some good stuff. They didn't have the defense to accommodate their 2-point offensive game. So if you're a team that's focused on the mid-range, that's focused on getting 2 points, then your defense needs to eliminate the threes on the other end. Otherwise, it's only half the battle. So with each passing quarter, we went up another 10. So by the end of the half, we was up by 20. Third quarter, up by 30. And that's because although we're exchanging buckets on each possession, each offensive possession, because we were 3-point hunting and getting a lot of 3-pointers, they were 2-point hunting, and do the math, by the end of the game, we're going to be well ahead. And it's like it didn't even register to them. They just continued to take twos as the score just kept going up. Coach Z, been a pro member for 5 months. Happy holidays to you and the community, bro. What up, Toonie? The pick and roll goes both ways because the person who's rolling, if he can't shoot and dunk, that pulls the defender also. There's nobody who should be setting a screen that can't shoot or dunk. That sounds crazy to me. If you're a screen setter, you should be able to dunk the rock. We only play with my majority inside centers. I'm the shooter. The point guard will be the shooter. The center gets me open. If his center steps over, it's real simple. We're going to break this down during a live stream. We're going to break all of this down. I'm going to be doing more like gameplay type live stream so I could explain this stuff and you can understand the psychology as I'm coming down the court, and I'll be able to break it down as I'm coming down the court. Show you guys the things that I'm seeing, the weaknesses in their defense. We come across some defensive centers that think they'll step us, like, because I oftentimes when I'm coming down the court, I'll do a hezzy. Let me show you guys. When I'm coming down the court, I'll do a hezzy, and after the hezzy, I get the speed boost animation, which 9 times out of 10 puts me past my defender. I'm doing good, Justin. Hope you good as well. So when I get past him, I set the crab as an easy bucket. But if we're in the half court set and I move one direction, some defensive centers want to step over. And as soon as they step over, hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying, because my center is going to set a screen and their center is going to step over. Oftentimes what we're seeing with centers who don't understand the position or the pick and roll is that they'll hold the screen even when the center steps over. So the center is stepping over to eliminate my shot past the screen. The second he steps over is the very instant that our center is supposed to start rolling, even if the screen doesn't hit. Even if that screen doesn't hit right then and there, you got to go. And that just moves that center down. I get a step ahead, and I decide whether I take the shot or not if I have an opportunity with my defender on me. Otherwise, you come right back up and set another screen, and we keep that center, their defensive center, in motion. Keep him on his toes. And if we bring him back up, I might call a backdoor cut. Fun stuff, man. Fun stuff. I would love to really break this stuff down with y'all, because I see some centers that may have some potential. Some centers that we're running with, they just aren't gonna. They don't have the aptitude to even understand what's happening, and I'm not knocking them. They just haven't ran with a point guard with these type of crab animations. It's hard for me to understand because I learned it fairly quickly at the 5 position. So me running the 5. I learned it pretty good, and I had to relearn it this year because Tron ended up developing new drill moves. And I remember being at the center and saying, "Damn, what the hell do I do here?" And I was even a little frustrated, but then I just paid attention. It's like, oh, that's when he gets the speed boost. Okay, so I need to hit right before he gets the speed boost. PNR is so easy, for real. Screen, dribble, it ain't there, then slip. You know, here's the thing, y'all, because it's easier said than done. Uh, as a center, and mind you, I primarily play center. I'm learning the one now. But as a center, your opponent who's a center is going to determine what you should do at center. And hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying with that. If he's playing directly behind you, then you hold the screen. If he's playing, so you're setting a screen here, and your center sets up here with his back to the basket. If he's right there, hold the screen, because he's not stepping over to guard you screening the point guard's defender. If he steps over, slip. It's really dead seriously that simple. He steps over, slip. He doesn't step over, he's behind you, stay. If I'm coming down the court on a full court, like, you know, on the inbound, full court inbound, give me some space. So that way I can perform the crab, especially if you see me get ahead of the defender. Give me some space so I can perform the crab. If my first attempt will be a crab. If it's not there, then come set the screen. Oftentimes as well, we just don't be focused and our centers set a screen without seeing the lane wide open. Or if there's two, if I'm coming down the court and you're coming down the court and the center is going to be the one that's guarding both of us, we got to make them choose between us. So you keep going straight with a good amount of space. I want more centers to understand this stuff so we could have a lot more fun and we could pick and choose between different centers. But as it stands right now, there's only a handful of centers that I could run with at the one position. But you're looking at the play from the opposite side of the ball. As a center, you're a play. There you go. That's a perfect way to describe it, Alex. As a center, you're a playmaker, but you're looking at the play from the opposite side of the ball. It's a perfect way to describe it. The center does not make, so let's because this is the random experience. Leon Knight said, I disagree. Lots of non-centers have high brick wall. Off-ball screens and occasional on-ball screens are effective with many builds. I don't even think I want to address that. I'm sure there's a difference in our win percentages. That's what I'll say. Like, and I'm not a player that plays for win percentage. It's just because of our play style, we have a 90 win percentage. Simple. If you got folks out there randomly setting off-ball screens, you know, they take on their own role on the offense. The PG conducts the offense, point blank, period. If he's not calling for an off-ball screen, why are you setting an off-ball screen? I'm a point guard that runs 5 plays ahead. I'm looking 5 plays down. So if you're out there attempting to set an off-ball screen, highly likely, especially as a non-center build, highly likely. To each their own. I'm not knocking. I'm not saying what your gameplay is wrong, but definitely not for us. Definitely not. Leon Knights, yours is at 85, mine is at 90, which means I think I win that battle right there. 90, 85. 90 is greater than 85. But, you know, to each their own, like I keep stressing, if you're not a center, do not send no off-ball screen. I'd say if you're running with randoms, I totally get it. If you're running a structured offense, that's the easiest way to get kicked out. Easiest way. It's such a, like, I wish more people understood that unless the point guard set that off-ball screen for him and we're going to wrap him around, that's a different story if the point guard conducted this. But outside of that, it's usually an indicator that you're a rookie. Just so you understand it. If you're setting off-ball screens and you're not a center, they're talking about you. To each their own. It is what it is. But I know the second that we see somebody set an off-ball screen like that, we're like, look at this idiot, bro. That's exactly what we say, B. And I'm not knocking y'all. Do what y'all do. Have fun the way you have fun. Get your win percentage the way you get it. But it's a natural reaction. Look at this rookie, bro. I play primarily with casuals and my friends, and they do not play point guard that well. And that's understandable. Yeah, it's not easy to get it. What up, Slim? What's good, Brody? They need to do better with matching systems in solo rec. How is 98 gold in a locker room with a 73 black? Yeah, it is pretty bad. It is pretty bad. I ain't gonna front. The good majority of the games that we play against, we rarely, if ever, come across a team because we all purple, 99 purples. So it's rare that we come across another team in the rec center that's all purple. I'm a truck driver. Every after driving, I get on 2K. Salute to your channel. Appreciate you getting on, John Bo. Be safe out there traveling during the holidays, man. I know it's busy season for y'all. They still preying on the weak by keeping Bills at 92 overall or nah? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's facts. It is good to hear that different styles can lead to successful games. It is. That is good. Because we seeing it out there. Like the team that we played yesterday with all those mid ranges, they probably beat a lot of you guys in the rec center because they were cashing out on those mid ranges. It's just they came across a team like us that primarily go for threes. Don't get me wrong, we mix and match, but we use one play to set up the next. So I might call a backdoor cut only to set up the 3-point shot in the next possession. And we know threes win over two, so we make sure we get a sufficient amount of threes up. He said it's rough all over. Pause. Glad you specify structure versus random. Random rec has no communication, and you just try to figure out what will work for the game and who is competent on your team. Communication is zero in random. That's facts, Mark McGreen. It's facts, man, and I get it. I get it totally, man. I know what you guys go through, but I wish more people had the opportunity to experience structure. Because I think when you experience structure and have success at it, people are patient enough to prove to be an asset. This is my opinion, honest. If people are patient enough, because if you come in and say you're brand new coming to run with us, I'm not seeking you out. Me running the one, I take what the defense gives us and I'll get you some plays. Consistently over the last couple of days, we've had scorecards where everybody hit 20 points. Everybody on the squad. We've beaten teams over 100 points. So, when you have structure and you're successful at it, the feeling is it's really a validating feeling. But if you're new, then you got to kind of work your way into the structure. A point guard like me, and there are not really many exactly out there per se. I'm not elite at all, not in the least bit. I just mean to say, I always make sure to add passing to my game. It ain't like I'm out there going, although my clips show me shooting, that's the clips that I took. Because that's what I'm focused on, is shooting. So whenever I'm clipping something, it's after I green. But all these passes and dots, they'll tell you, man, I'm out there. At least 10 assists per game. I try. At least. So Jay Nuisance, what up, man? Let's get to the chat. I'm shooting jump visual cue and my shooting percentage went to 55% from 3. Do anyone else use jump? Nah, I haven't tried jump. Jump is the earliest one, right? That purple, gold, blackish doesn't define you as a player individually. All it does is put a false label on someone who gets sold or carried. Until you see a whole team. When you see a whole team of purple and gold, then you know you're playing against something. What up, Chapello? Shout out to all city community. Been having a lot of fun since I joined the Lunatics JV. I can wait for my 30 days. I already built my center. Nice, Chabello. Yeah, we see you active out there, man. Salute to you, Chabello, for maintaining activity. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. And I highly recommend, if you guys even want to experience a certain level of structure, try out for the All City Lunatics, considering you have the aptitude. Don't come wasting our time. You need to have the aptitude for 2-3 defense, good defensive awareness, good offensive spacing. If you have the aptitude, you feel like you got the aptitude, but you're just running with randoms for the sake of not having many people to run with, well, join our Discord, try out for the Lunatics this weekend, and trust me, it'll change your gaming experience on 2K. That's what we try to do. We try to do that. Try our best to change your experience on 2K. Because I tell you, it's a really different experience when you're running some structure out there. And it ain't boring like you guys think. A lot of y'all be thinking, I don't want to just be sitting in the corner, man. I don't want to. Stop the nonsense, man. If you understand how we go about getting the W, you are not sitting, especially with me running the one. You are not just sitting in the corner. We use every player to pinpoint the defense's weakness. And I use my team to make that happen. Feel like jump consistent if you shoot the dribble because all I have to do is tap square. Interesting. Bama Beach Boy, why is affiliate repping up so slow? I'll drop 20 and 20 and 10 in the win in the rec, and my rep goes up like 2% max. Trying to get Rebirth 2.0. Gonna take a year at this pace. Yeah, it's slow, man. It's been slow. Randoms only care about scoring, not winning. And that's big facts. They surely do. They don't even be trying. I be thinking the same thing. I ain't even fronting a little bit. When I be on the court, I say, yo, these boys, the score is tallying up 10, 20, 30 points ahead. And they sending 5 cutters, the coach, and the bench to cut as well. They calling people, yo, come in this game so you can cut for me. Like, what in the world? My guys. Man, I don't even know what I could use, but it's so weird. There's a whole center directly in the paint. They send one cutter, then another cutter, then another. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Man, it's so funny to watch. I can't be playing randoms. I play Spider-Man if no one on or something. All guards dribble the same. There's no good diversity in dribbling like previous 2Ks. I love the dribbling. And I tell you, when you're getting to a more advanced level with dribbling, because I don't see no guards doing what we're doing out there. I don't see no guards playing like me in the rec center. And I'm not even good like that. But there's just not many out there who have these basic skills. I dropped a video explaining these very basic skills, basic dribble animations to get open. But it's a very rare occasion that we come across another guard. I guess if you go into Pro-Am, you're gonna see this often, and you're gonna see way better than this because I'm new to this stuff. But I'm looking at while we're playing, and it's like, damn, we don't even come across a guard that does half this stuff. Am I capping or not? You gotta chill, City. Some of them in the stream right now. It is what it is. They need to know. Slim says you gotta chill, City. Some of them in the stream. Yeah, some folks need to know. But see, I don't do it from a place of insulting. I'm not trying to insult because I dead seriously see it as ignorance. And when I say ignorance, I mean just the simple fact of not knowing. I don't mean ignorance as an insult either. I know some of you ignorant dudes out there here ignorant, and you're like, you try to call me ignorant. Yeah, because you don't know, stupid. If I wanted to insult you, I'll call you stupid. And it'd be those dudes that you try to call me ignorant. Yeah, now I'm gonna call you stupid too. But if the folks just knew better, they probably do better. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I've been there not knowing. And it wasn't like I lacked aptitude that I couldn't learn. I was able to learn. You just got to get the right people around you in order to learn. You get what I'm saying? For everyone who don't know, staying still and not rushing is the best thing you could do sometimes. Tell them again, ICJ. Like what ICJ is saying out there. Yeah, that's fact, City Boy Taylor, man. It sucks because we come across so many teams that you could tell they just don't know. And some folks they don't want to know, and I get it. I get some folks they don't want to know. But you could tell oftentimes that there are a lot of players that you kind of feel bad for them because they're just running with their team. And you could tell they want to learn. This is why our Discord is successful. This is why the Lunatics trials are successful as well, because there's a lot of people that just want to learn. And it really changes your game. I tell you, let me give you guys a for instance. Count how many crabs you see right now in these background clips. Hey, appreciate you joining as a member. Teflon, salute to you. If any of you guys would like to join as a member and get a badge by your name, you see the salute New York, get a badge by your name, and your name will change color as well. You could type !join or !member and become a member today. But what I was gonna say is, if you could see how many crabs you're gonna see me perform and the scoop layups, would you believe that if I told you 2 weeks ago I couldn't do neither one of these things? 2 weeks ago, barely was able to get a crab animation. 2 weeks ago, barely able to even activate the scoop. Tron's telling me the scoop is deadly. All right, so what we do, we put it into motion. Through repetition, bam, now I know. Through repetition, now I know when to activate it. You know how much I had to miss in order to shoot good? You know how much I had to miss in order to get a crab? I had to sell, pretty much sell in order to learn. And some folks don't, and I get it, some folks don't want to sell at all, but I've been fortunate enough to see some of the best players develop, and I've been on their team while they were selling the bag as they were developing. But they turned out to be some of the best players out there because shooters are going to shoot. The shooting is the easy part. Getting open is the more difficult part. And even on misses, you're learning. If you have every intention to get better, even on missing, so you're learning. Drop 128 points in rec. Brace starter with shooter is fire. Nice action. Salute to you. I ain't see you crab before, no cap. You've been in the lab. Yeah, thank you, City Boy Taylor. Man, I'm telling you, 2 weeks ago, I didn't know how to do a crab. I didn't know how to do a scoop. Not good. And these are essential. These are essential. It's not the only way. There's more than one way to skin a cat. But in my opinion, these are essential and make the game so much more easy. Crab, pop. If I didn't get this crab right here, let me rewind it a little bit. If I didn't get this crab right here, let me see if this is it. If I didn't get that, I couldn't take the shot. If I tried to stop and shoot, let me see if it does it again. Let me see. Hold on. I think the next play. If I stop and shoot right here, contest. But because the crab animation, it gives me an open shot. I wish more people understood that, because those were the limitations that I had initially until I got the crab in my Duffy and I got the scoop in my Duffy. Setting up the beautiful thing. See the speed boost crab. Bang. That's not a shot otherwise. It's not even an option otherwise. Turning greedy random rec players into actual helpful teammates is fun and challenging. Sometimes, no matter how much you hit them open, they still will never hit you open. I know the vibes, man. Do you play intentionally crab, or do you just let it happen? Sometimes, because I'm new to this Justo, sometimes I force the crab too much. But again, I'm like right in the mix. I'm in the thick of this stuff, y'all. So like, I'm learning as I go, and I'm speaking to you guys from like a student perspective, and what I'm telling you guys, what I'm learning out there. And I know that oftentimes I am forcing the crab. That, for instance, yesterday we played against a real good defender. He had 2K sneakers on, and my ego would not let me allow this guy to lock me up. But he did. He locked me up. It was tough to play against him. If I had more experience, I would probably have done better against him. But in that game, I was forcing, because of my ego, I was forcing a lot of attempts at getting the crab. His build didn't allow the crab animation. So I wasn't able to get many, and I should have adjusted that ASAP. If I was a better point guard, I would have adjusted that ASAP, hit our secondary ball handler, and we'll play hot potato between that elite defender. So it's a process, learning process. But with that in mind, I know I'm going to prove to be a good point guard because I have these things in mind. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference maker. You're really out there to try to get the W. You're not out there to try to show out. But I want to have fun as well. So I like showing out when we got it like that. What's the best way to defend the crab? Step back. The best way to defend the crab is to step back. Uh, so all right, so yeah, that's good. We could talk about it. The crab animation, I've gotten so comfortable with it that now I like defenders to press me on ball, like on the full court, on the inbound, because that gives me more opportunity to get ahead of them. I've noticed that if I'm walking into the half court with the defenders already in place, there's no crab that you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about the crab. Secondly, if you're on a full court, say you're a lockdown, you're on a full court, you want to avoid the crab, then you're going to play in a way as you're running beside that ball handler. You got to give him enough space. You don't want to go and run up on him unless you're guaranteed going to get a bump. If you're not going to get a bump, you're getting crab. So if you're trailing slightly behind, then and he's coming down the right side, move a little bit to the left, just a little, so that when he does perform the crab, it doesn't hit, and then you can recover and get into your stance. That's some of the things that I've noticed. I'm not a lockdown, but I know I don't get crab. I don't press on ball either, so I'm always in the half court set and letting the ball handler come to me. I just posted on your last video, but for real, shooting this week made me want to play again. Yeah, it's been fun. What do you think about stop crabs, more movable or clamps? Yeah, neither one. Well, then again, I can't say that. I'll tell you one other thing that I noticed now that you mentioned that about immovable or clamps. Against elite lockdowns, everybody else I crab fairly easy. But against elite lockdowns, I don't know what badge it is. I don't know if it's their perimeter defense. As of the season 3 update, when you go to do the crab, they kind of slide right off of you and they get a side contest. It doesn't happen every single time, but it does happen. But it's only happening playing against elite defenders. Like the dude we played against yesterday, he had a 96 steal. And I don't know what it was that gave him this animation to slide by my crab and not get caught. But every so often we come across a defender like that gets an opportunity to slide past my crab. It doesn't latch on like it should with everybody else. Fun stuff, man. Fun stuff. I've been having fun. Hopefully you guys are having fun. I wish there was more consistency there, but I'm not complaining. I know I read a comment someone said, it sounds like you're crying. I'm like, damn, how honest. I'm so honest about what I'm experiencing. Like, how is that considered crying? I'm dead saying that it possibly could be user error. I'm not asking 2K to change anything. I just wish there was more consistency. So far, the only build, you're doing a build video on that point guard. I made a build video on it, Shiesty Jeezy. I made a build video. It's on my channel. I think it's the point guard secrets. I dropped the build, the animations, the shot. I dropped everything. My point guard 6'4" is the only one I have. So I love the 6'4", I'll say. Do you know Mago? He said he was on your team. No, Mago is not capping. Mago is on the Lunatics. Yeah, I do know Mago. Salute to Mago for making the Lunatics. He is not capping. Everybody's welcome to come on out and try out to the Lunatics. If you have the aptitude, you more than likely make it. Yeah, the animations, they're on that video as well. I dropped it like last week, so it's fairly, when you go to my channel, it's fairly recent. The badges won't really stop the crab consistently. It is your positioning and the timing, your movement to make sure you don't get crabbed. Perfect way to, thank you for describing that. That's exactly right. I don't ever worry about getting crabbed. Crabs have been a thing for a couple years, more than a few years now. And that was when defense was horrible and point guards were taking advantage of the Trae Young escape animation. So it was almost automatically crabbed before. Now you guys have, it's way easier to avoid the crab now. And y'all still out there getting crabbed, bro, left and right. Every day, I crab a good 30 people. Probably more. I've had to take a break on 2K, the BS, the toxic community, the inconsistency. Well, if you guys are having trouble with the community, join our Discord. If you come into our Discord and experience any level of toxicity, take a screenshot and send it to me directly. My DMs are always open. Send it to me directly and I'll remove that toxicity. But yeah, we don't allow no toxicity in our Discord. So if you're looking for a safe place for gamers from all walks of life and you just want to get some runs in with like-minded players, we're going against the grain, yeah. And I know we're going against the grain, but it's what I want to build. I don't want to build a toxic community. You could get toxicity everywhere else on 2K. Any other community, you get that. In our community, it's going to be positive, bro. You're going to have folks talking about game, friendly banter, but outside of that, as soon as it gets disrespectful, homies is out of there. ASAP. I would love to try out. Do y'all host tryouts on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sundays? All right, so we may do it on Sundays, but the goal has been to get our tryouts down to 1 hour and a half. And we've been trying to create this efficient process where all the lunatics participate, a bunch of leaders participate, including you guys who come to try out. Last week was the first time that we got it down to an hour and a half, which is great. I was super happy about that. That means everybody played their role, did what they had to do. Bam, we got in and got out. So that was super dope. I had promised y'all if we cut it down to an hour or an hour and a half, then we could host more throughout the week for you guys who can't make it on the weekends. So we got it down to an hour and a half. I want to go one more weekend, getting it down to an hour and a half to show some consistency in the process, to show that it is absolutely efficient. And if we could do an hour and a half this weekend, bam, now we could do it midweek. And we might add one midweek. Also knowing when to use or let go of L2 when playing defense. Man, great tips, man. Pause. But yeah, it's facts. I see a lot of folks holding L2 and I kill those guys. They still holding L2 and I'm already 2 steps to the left. That means you got to rush to catch up. And by the time you rush to catch up, I'm crabbing right back into you. Krabby Patties. So what I want to do, like I said, today we're going to be recording the podcast. The homie Black Cobra is going to be our special guest today. We're going to be recording today. It will release tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'll drop it here on the channel. We'll do the premiere thing. So if you guys are interested in what Black Cobra is experiencing out there, because I'm sure you might have seen his clips on Twitter. It looks like nobody in the community called him. So I wanna connect with the good homie Black Cobra and see what he's feeling about 2K24's current state. He'll be our first guest. Me, Brutal Sim, Jay Easy, and Black Cobra will be on we'll get him on today, and you guys will be able to see that tomorrow. No tryouts for current gen. Nah, no tryouts for current gen. Ain't nobody. Nah. We don't have anybody on current gen to set up tryouts. How you feel about steals? As a point guard, I'll say I don't worry about steals too often. Though, all right, so a good example. I'll give you guys a good example. Daily, since running the one, and I'm a new point guard. Keep that in mind. I'm new to this. And I still don't have a concern about getting the Brock stolen. That could be partially due to me or partially due to 2K. I'm not one who just dribbles all willy-nilly. I always dribble with a purpose. But yesterday, I played against 2 defenders who were pretty good. They were pretty good. And the one that I was telling you about earlier that had the 2K sneakers, he pretty much locked me up and he got quite a few steals. I think he ended the game with like 7, something like that. So it was like shot treatment because I hadn't had to really worry about any lockdowns. I had that with the dribble moves and the way I set it up. I haven't really had to be concerned. But yesterday, what I mean to say, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because they're out there. We probably don't see enough high IQ defenders out there. But I think if you got the build, you can get the steal. What up, Jay? Jay in the building. Jay's twin, they keep asking me about those stands, bro. Like the camera going into the stands on the jump ball. They keep telling me that they asked again earlier today. I said, Jay's twin said that he told them and they finna fix it. Good locks don't go for steals all the time. Big facts. I think that's what we see a lot. We see a lot of locks just mash that steal button and puts them out of position. Against a good point guard, there's going to be a kill every time. If lockdowns focus on containment most of the time, they probably get more steals if they focus more on containment. Big Red in the building said the go is out here. City been in the bag. Yeah, it's been fun in the Duffy, man. It's been fun. I got all sorts of moves in the Duffy, man. And I ain't gonna front. I'm not an arrogant player, but oh, do I appreciate the process of learning. You know, let me go to the gameplay. Let me go to the gameplay one more time so I can show you guys. Because like I was saying earlier, I didn't know half this stuff, but that's not the key here. The key here is that not only did I not know, I didn't think I was capable of performing the dribble moves that and they ain't nothing special and ain't nothing difficult about them neither. So I ain't trying to act like there's some super special thing. If I could do it, trust and believe. Trust and believe. If you feel like you're behind this type of gameplay, trust and believe you could learn it just like I did. 2K24 is special in that way that it allows you to learn these dribble moves and set it up methodically. You don't need to be spamming your way through it. I'll ask again, but they did say it'll be fixed in the next update. Appreciate you, Jay. Appreciate you, Jay. And I hope you guys fully understand what I'm saying when I say not only did I not know it, when I would see the moves in action prior to learning them, I thought, ain't no way I could play like that. That was my thought process. Ain't no way I could crab them and shoot like that. Ain't no way. Because until you do it, until you get it done, it's so weird. If it looks crazy to shoot with a defender right behind, it looks crazy to shoot in between two defenders, which you're going to see as well. You're going to see me crab one with the center right in front of me and take the shot like he's not even there. But until you do it, it seems impossible. And I would watch Tron do this consistently. And I say, well, Tron is just different. Well, now I'm different. Now there's a lot more other people about to be different when I start teaching folks about this stuff. I had fun in my guard earlier. Probably hop back on in a few. Same here, J-Riz. Yeah, we gonna hop on too. I got about an hour to an hour and a half to play, because then we're gonna record the podcast. Please tell people to stop going for steals on the inbound. It kills their defense and is prone to an open three. Just stay in front of your man and contain. Stop the square button is big facts. Too many folks out there trying to get an inbound steal and they end up behind and the whole defense is broken. And you get a point guard like me out there coming down the court with one man down, we're gonna score. Like, we're gonna score, and it's highly likely it's gonna be a three. Fun stuff, man, but hopefully we could continue the series. I want to make this like a series. When I start live streaming the gameplay as I'm playing, I'll break down the stuff of what I see in the defense so you guys could get a clearer view, so we could get some more point guards out there. Trust and believe, if I could do it, you guys could do it too. Ain't nothing special about this stuff. And for the folks that are doing it already, salute to y'all, man. Because I didn't even think it was possible. I was running the center. I was playing center, setting screens for the good homie Tron. And I'd watch him do this stuff, and I've always been intrigued, but it was never something I thought I was capable of. I thought you just had to have a different type of sense. And then the good homie Slim made a point guard. And I'm telling you, I remember the day, I'm like, yo, Slim, I can't even imagine making it. I was struggling with shooting at that time as well. And I'm telling Slim, I can't even imagine making a point guard, bro. I'm struggling just to shoot spot ups at the season 2 update. So I couldn't imagine all the shot timing fluctuations with your stamina draining at the point guard position. I said, that sounded crazy to me. So then I watched Slim go out there with his point guard, and Slim was getting open left and right. All City Slim, he's there. He was just here in the chat. So Slim would tell you. I said, oh, hell nah. It's that easy to get open? I was able to see Tron do it, but Tron's different. He's been different since last year. He listens to Drake all day. It gives him different type of vibes. So while we're out there struggling to hit an open shot, Tron is singing in the mirror with his brush, and it gives him a different type of energy. So I said Tron is different. When you see someone like Slim go out there who's not a primary point guard, it's not his goal to be a primary point guard, and he was killing the way he was doing, I said, oh, hell yeah, that gave me hope. So I said, all right, let me try it. And oh, salute to the patient people that we run with that sat through all my trials and errors. Because, man, I had some good games, but the good majority of them I was missing a ton. And then now we go out there, and it's a pretty solid outing every single time now. A pretty solid outing, and it's good to see the progress, and it's good to be able to kind of progress your gameplay. That is even a thing. Pretty much learning guard. Yeah, Jay. You know, hey Jay, a lot of people forget these stages. A lot of people want to forget these stages. Like they don't want nobody. Like, no, they don't want nobody to know these stages of learning point guard. And hopefully you guys could appreciate what I'm doing here. Because although I'm showing you clips of me just killing everything, it was a learning process. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to clip how terrible I was. Trust and believe I'm not that nice of a person. But there's a lot of people who won't even speak on it and act like it never existed. And they'd only talk about how good they are. And then when they work hard to get to this point, they try to put themselves above every other member in the community. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, I'm better than you. Let's get out of here, bro. You ain't doing nothing but pressing a button on your controller. So if I can learn this, anybody can learn this. We're going live probably this week, Fly Guy Sky. I said that like I said that a good amount of times already. I said it multiple times in this live stream. I've been saying it in the videos as well. Yeah, we're gonna go live pretty soon. I just wanted to make sure that I was prepared in everything that I need. So I was looking for consistent days of gameplay. And I say over the last 5 or 6 days where you guys are seeing these clips from, I say, yeah, I've had some pretty decent games. I think I can go live comfortable where I could run the point guard position and still focus on the chat. Prior to that, my grill is in the screen, so I couldn't imagine trying to run PG and pay attention to the chat as well. That's gonna be that would have proved to be terrible. But now I'm getting more comfortable where I can run the one and still pay attention to the chat. Feel comfortable out there. Maybe on like tough games it'll prove more difficult, but for the most part I think I can run the one, talk to y'all while I'm setting up these plays. No, you good, Fly Guy. I wasn't saying anything. I was just letting everybody else who was curious. You good? Yeah, I should be more comfortable now. I love what I'm seeing out there. Fun times. Salute to y'all, man. I am finna get on the game. I got about an hour to get on and play until we got to record, maybe an hour and a half. Hopefully I can get a running. Wishing y'all all a safe and blessed rest of your evening. A good start to your weekend, man. Happy holidays to you and your family. I'll catch you guys either on the next video or live stream. Y'all be easy. I made a build video, Jay. Yeah, it's on my channel, Jay. I made it like last week. I think it's called Point Guard Secrets. I dropped the build. I dropped the animations. I dropped everything. I dropped anything anybody should know. And the move, how to perform the moves that I'm doing. I dropped everything on there. Salute to y'all, man. Easy, y'all.